very beginning, Jacob's Well was started to not only create a great community like I think we have, but we were trying to figure out what can the church of the 21st century, at least one way the church of the 21st century might look. And it's not the only way, but we think it might be one way. So we're kind of a laboratory to figure this out. And we spend a lot of time teaching other individuals that might become mission developers or working with other communities that are starting or wanting to start something new. In fact, it's not unusual for me to be spending 10 to 15 hours a week working with other churches this way. The problem with that has been is, one, it's not compensated, so I have to steal that from you guys or my family. And it also tends to be so scattered and undeliberate that it doesn't add up to have a lot of impact on these other leaders and other communities. So we've been trying to change that, and the need for it has been, the need coming to us, looking for help, has been expanding. And so actually it was just this Friday, 2 days ago, some church leaders from Washington, D.C. and from Chicago came to town and met with us and some other people from Minneapolis here. And they said, we need you to do this. In fact, they're going to help fund us so that we can do this more intentionally and do it more than we're doing it right now, which is amazing. And they kind of said, we'll stay out of it. You know how to do it. We don't want to mess you up with the institution. You're a movement that's figuring stuff out. Go do it. So the outcome of that is we can do more, have more impact, and we're being compensated for it. So we can do really cool things like bring people like Stephanie Vos on board, who is preaching today. She's preached a number of times the last few months. And this is an experiment. So she's going to be with us for a while. We're going to figure out how she fits. Stephanie is an ordained pastor. She's real and uncorrupted, if you know what I mean, by established church. Established church is great, just doesn't fit here. And she's also kind of a yogi and a yoga therapist and kind of a crazy woman. But if you haven't met her yet, you'll get at least a taste of her today and get to know her more. So she's going to be around with our staff for at least these next months as we're exploring and seeing where all this goes. So, this is, I think it's really important, because I think all of us know that it's neat to have something here for us, but we need more Jacob's Wells all over the country. Not just duplicates of us, but like, what have we learned about being church together? And how can we help that happen in other places? And how can we help other leaders understand this and multiply that around the country? So it's a big step for us to actually be able to do that. So I'm excited. You're not. So this isn't just me doing this, and it's not just the staff doing this, it's us doing this. Jacob's Well is us. We are being church together. So we're going to need your input. We certainly want your feedback, your thoughts, your worries, questions. There's going to be we'll have a lot more time to talk about this and learn more about it. But since this all just kind of happened, and I actually, coming home from those meetings on Friday where they kind of slid the check across the table, I called Stephanie on the way home and said, can you be at work on Monday? And she said, yeah. So I thought you should know that, Good. So that's about that. And I think it's fun for us to be a community, so take a minute and find a few faces you are not familiar with and say hi. And if you just hate this part of the service, there's coffee over there. You can go do that. And the other people that are doing the same thing, you can talk to each other about whatever you want. But I know this hurts, but it's good for you, okay? So say hi to a few people, and if you don't know what to talk about, you can talk about, what do you think of, when I say this idea about what we're doing at Jacob's Well and, what could go wrong, you can talk about what could go wrong, all right? And then you can let me know what you came up with. All right, go for it.